what I'm doing is taking a standard Remington 700 stainless 223 and trying to make a little tactical rifle out of it. Even though it's in 223, I think that it's going to be a little tack driver. It does have the R3 Remington barrel on it. It is a 24-inch barrel, 1 in 12 twist. And tonight we're going to talk about what I'm going to put on it. Go ahead and open this up here. First, all the usual paraphernalia with the information on the scope itself. Open the box up. This scope is manufactured in Japan. I think it's assembled here, assembled. It could be assembled there. It has full mil dot adjustable mil turrets. You pop them up, you're able to turn and lock them in particular site. It does have a zero feature. You can take these locked in. You take the outside cap off, and you'd simply adjust your zero, line it up where it fits well. That way you always have a return to zero. It has parallax adjustment here, so you're able to dial in the parallax. This is a front focal plane, meaning that the reticle is etched on the front focal plane of the interior optics here, so that as you magnify the scope from 3 power on up, this is a 3 to 15 actually, 3 to 15 power, as you multiply the scope up, it actually keeps the reticle in proper alignment with the power. In other words, if you are looking at something at 8 power and you try to mill it out using the mil dot system, it will be the same as you have it on 15 power and mill it out. The distance between the object will be exactly the same between the mil dots. What we're talking about here, I believe this is a card, yeah. If you look at a card here, you can see that the mil dot system, series of dots from the center of the scope, and you're able to, what they call, mill out the distance of your object if you know what the object size is that you're looking at. And let's say we're looking at an object that we know is 15 inches across, for instance. If you know the number of mils that is, you can convert that mil with the size of the object to get the distance away from the scope that the object is. And we're going to go into this as we try to sight this in, but I just want to give you an idea of what this particular one does. This particular one here is a 3 to 15. I should be corrected on that. 3 to 15 power, still mil dot front focal plane scope. Now, to mount this system on the Remington 700 multi-slot rail that we're going to fit on top of the 700, this has 20 MOA built into it, so that you can get that extra adjustment out of your scope as you're going a longer distance. My aim is to make this a 600-yard plunker using this equipment. Also be using, this has a 30mm tube, using some 30mm 6-screw rings that fit on this tactical system. So it's a complete Weaver setup that we're putting together. What I want to do now is bring out the rifle. I'm going to put the rail on it, bring the rifle out, and let you have a look at that. This is your basic Remington 700, classic bolt action. You can see that I've mounted the Weaver rail on here. The simple mounting with 4 screws at the rear of the bolt and the front of the bolt. Simply screws right on there. See, it is a Weaver, and this particular item is made right here in the States. I've just got it stuck up on a tripod, on a bipod right now, but you can see the larger profile of the rifle, even though it's in 223. So now I'll get the rings out and mount that scope up on there. Okay, you'll notice that the ring package comes complete with the upper and lower rings, package of screws, package that contains the clamps that holds the bottom ring on, and the all-important wrench that you need to put it together with. So what I like to do is just kind of experiment a little bit and see where this is going to sit. I really kind of like the back of it about where the bolt ends, so you actually get your fingers and stuff in there. I'm going to guess right about here, maybe. Then what we're going to do is just set this on and see what kind of look we get. You can see that looks pretty close. We have enough space on either end to either move the scope forward or the scope back inside the rings to give us our proper eye relief. And again, we're going to look for an eye relief that gives us a full field of view, so that we can look through the scope and see everything with a clear, not have that black ring around it. So we'll continue on with that. Out of the way. Put our bottom ring together. So we set right about there. Gonna need that finger tight for now to see how it looks. We said we wanted to put that right at the back. And again, we're going to make that finger tight. So I have free access to the entire bolt area. I have open access here, and I should have enough room with the scope to be able to make minor adjustments. So you see, even though it's all the way back, it still clears up here in the front, still clears up there. You guys can't see that. Turn that sideways so it'll hold it on. There's still clearance here in the front, even at its most forward location, and I still have room to really move it forward if I need to. Okay, and that's looking really good right there. I've got the crosshairs lined up with the bore. I've got a really good eye relief for both forward on the cheek and back on the cheek, so if I'm in a prone position and you get a little more forward, you're going to have that clear lens relief, and then we'll have everything ready to rock. So we're going to finger tight that. These are just simple 6 screw rings. There's 6 screws in each cap here. Put that on. Open this package up. And for right now, I'm not going to put any lock on this stuff, on these, because I may want to move the scope again. When I get it to the final position, I'll take 1/2 off, blue Loctite those down, then take the other half off, blue Loctite those down. Now I've already done that with the base, put it together, and got it going. So we'll just slip those in there, get them all started. And again, the object here is to make this a 600-yard tack driver at 223. I know the round is capable of much more than that, but for me and the way I shoot, that's plenty. So a 3 to 15 really gives me plenty of options to really work with. The scope's not that heavy. It's I think it's 20 ounces or 23 ounces. And like I say, the mil dot is on a front focal plane, so it allows it to magnify, maintaining the same mil specs that you would expect on a mil scope. So let me get this on here and tighten down and come right back to you. Okay, so job done. Here we have the completed installed Weaver scope. Took a little bit of fiddling to get it exactly where I wanted it, exactly lined up correctly, but we got it done. So there's the entire rifle there. One thing about the SPS model I really don't care for is the stock that's on here. Part of the project will be to upgrade that stock. Most of the front end here is hollow, so it tends to flex, which can interrupt the barrel itself. So I'm going to get a little Bell Carlson stock and get that installed, and that'll be our next upgrade to this rifle. What I plan to do is take it out like it is, shoot about 20 rounds off a rest. I'm going to shoot some 223 52 grain AMAX bullets that I've hand loaded at about 2,800 feet per second. I also have some 60 grain AMAX that we're going to shoot out of this, and we're going to see which one groups better, and then see how if the stock makes an impact after I change it. So.
That might be the last one in there. Okay. There might be another one. There we go. There it goes up.
Okay, so this is now the finished product. We have really made a lot of changes to this little guy. This is our basic Remington Model 700 SPS stainless. It has a 24-inch barrel chambered in 223. It has a 1 in 12 twist, so it'll handle most larger bullets. It also has the R3 contour. This is not a full bull barrel like I really wanted, but it really is a nice shooting little basic rifle here. What we've done, we've taken the basic rifle and added some components to it here to make it more of a target type rifle. Before we started with the basic rifle without a scope, it's 7¼ pounds. As it sits now with everything on it, scope included with the Harris Bipod, excuse me, it is weighing in at about 11½ pounds. So I've added quite a bit of weight to it. We'll start with the stock. It's a Bell Carlson M40 Tactical Stock. It's in tan with black spreckles or black streaks. I don't know what you want to call this stuff. I'll get you a close-up of it. This I got from the Stockman. I ordered it special. I wanted the tan. Not a very popular color, but I did want the tan. I'm kind of a tan freak. I have a lot of my rifles are in tan. Anyway, ordered this and the bottom metal, which is a Wyatt bottom metal with Wyatt 10-round magazines. The stock itself is 264, and that's with it comes with two spots to mount both your Harris Bipod and your I don't know if you can see it there, but there's on the bottom you have your regular lug for a sling, and then you have another lug for the Harris Bipod or any other accessory you're going to put on there that fits in that. The Wyatt bottom metal, these are really pricey. The mags alone are like $80 or $90 a piece. Not cheap. So I'm not don't intend on losing those, but they do hold 10 rounds. Originally, the basic configuration is 4+1 for in the 223 caliber. It's 3+1 in 308 and larger calibers. I did want the higher magazine capacity, so we've moved to that. On top here you'll see a Weaver. This is a 4-20 tactical mil front focal plane scope. It is a 30mm tube with a 50mm objective. It is 4-20. I wanted to have something we could, see targets out there ways. The Weaver mounts, Weaver rings and mount. This is a Weaver Tactical 20 MOA mount with a Weaver Tactical 6-screw rings on top. That whole combination is about $950. They say if you don't spend as much on the scope as you do the rifle, then you're not buying good glass. So anyway, I've kind of matched that. Also have the Harris Bipod on here. This is a 9 to 13 inch Harris Bipod. It covers most tactical shooting that I want to do, either ground shooting or off a table, off a bench. So just want to let you know where I'm at with this one. We probably see it out shooting a couple of times in the next couple of videos we do for shooting videos, but there you are. So if you have any questions or anything, be sure to leave your comments below. Please subscribe to the channel. You know, you guys have been really great about doing that. And as I said before, you know, I never expected this thing to go anywhere, but you guys have been great about you know, getting out there and supporting the channel. So I do appreciate it. I'll keep you posted on what this thing does, and we'll just go from there. So for now, be safe out there. This is 216 Papa Bravo signing out.